Chapter 4. First half. In the first section of Chapter 4, Zakir reminisces about his inaugural experience in the newly established Pakistan. Venturing through the streets of Lahore, he embraces the freshness of his environment and the liberation from the apprehension that defined his former residence. This introspection sets the stage for the forthcoming occurrences in Shamnagar. The storyline shifts towards the early days of establishment in Shamnagar, where the arrival of refugees reshapes the ambience. These newcomers bring with them stories of their challenging voyages and the difficulties encountered along the way. Through mutual support and the sharing of sorrow, a bond of community forms, with individuals generously opening their doors to provide shelter for those in distress. Yet, as the early days of solidarity and assistance fade, the situation undergoes a transformation. Space becomes scarce, triggering conflicts among inhabitants regarding living arrangements. Disputes intensify, extending from household interiors to public thoroughfares. Formerly welcoming homes now serve as battlegrounds for possession, giving rise to legal battles and lawsuits. Amidst these shifts, individuals such as Hakim Bande Ali, who once offered shelter generously, now face the necessity of seeking alternative residences. Munshi Musayyab Hussain, previously portrayed as a modest guest in Abba Jan's home, evolves into someone acquiring properties through manipulation and showing indifference to the hardships of others. During these challenges, Zakir's family, comprising Abba Jan and Ammi, confronts the stark truth of displacement. The sanctuary of Shamnagar gradually diminishes as conflicts over space and resources escalate. The once abundant generosity begins to wane, replaced by self-interest, as demonstrated by Munshi Musayyab Hussain's shift in demeanor. The erosion of Shamnagar's original innocence becomes evident as Zakir's family, along with numerous others, confronts the looming specter of expulsion. What were once days defined by communal grief and compassion now give way to periods of conflict, desperation, and a gradual decay in human morality. Zakir's reflections are punctuated by recollections of Sabira and their shared journey, underscoring the emotional toll of the upheavals. The yearning for bygone days, encompassing both personal connections and the initial period in Shamnagar, heightens the feeling of bereavement and disillusionment. As the chapter progresses, the story hints at the wider social changes occurring in post-partition Pakistan. The initial unity gradually dissolves into individual challenges, reflecting the broader societal shift from cohesion to fragmentation. Shamnagar, formerly emblematic of sanctuary and optimism, evolves into a representation of the obstacles encountered by the nation as it navigates the aftermath of partition and the intricacies of resettlement. In a park, Zakir comes across Afzal and initiates a discussion about the shifting seasons and the challenges endured by trees, anthropomorphizing them as companions. Afzal expresses his profound bond with nature, describing the trees as friends experiencing adversity. The story proceeds with Afzal leading Zakir on a tour of the park in quest of a neem tree. Amidst this excursion, Zakir contemplates the seasonal changes in Pakistan, highlighting the symbolic shading of leaves by trees as a metaphor for the nation's daunting trials. Afzal's unorthodox viewpoint, regarding the Persian lilac as a friend, injects a dose of levity into the moment. Afzal, underscoring his deep connection with the banyan tree, asserts it as the most refreshing location in Pakistan. This interaction reveals the emotional resonance Zakir attaches to particular trees, evoking memories of the neem tree's swings, Sabira, and the melodious call of the koyal bird. These recollections offer insight into Zakir's inner turmoil and yearning for the familiar. Subsequently, Auntie Sharifan, a figure from Zakir's earlier days, makes an unanticipated appearance, bearing updates from Shamnagar. She expresses astonishment at the living arrangements, highlighting the striking difference between Munshi Musayyab Husain's opulent mansion and the modest rented dwelling occupied by Zakir's family. Auntie Sharifan's remarks mirror the social changes unfolding in post-partition Pakistan, where disparities in resource allocation are evident. While Auntie Sharifan narrates the state of affairs in Shamnagar, Zakir's thoughts drift to familiar names and visages, notably Sabira. The discussion shifts towards Sabira's prospects, underscoring the obstacles encountered by individuals amidst the turmoil. Auntie Sharifan's counsel regarding Sabira's marriage underscores the practical choices necessitated by the prevailing circumstances. Auntie Sharifan further shares details regarding the abandoned residences and the destiny of families that once flourished, shedding light on the repercussions of displacement and social shifts. Despite the adversities, she retains a wistful attachment to bygone times, recalling shared memories and relationships. Chapter 4's first section concludes with Zakir, Irfan, and the evolving urban landscape. Zakir contemplates the changing dynamics within the cityscape, encapsulating the fusion of traditional and modern components. The Shiraz restaurant emerges as a symbolic hub where individuals congregate, fostering a communal spirit amidst the ongoing transformations. Chapter 4, Second Half. In the second half of Chapter 4, Zakir and his companions experience an intensified feeling of displacement as they sense an increasing detachment from the Shiraz, their formerly cherished meeting spot. Once bustling with vibrant conversations and debates, the Shiraz now embodies a haunting quietness, starkly contrasting its former lively ambience. Zawar emerges as a prominent figure within the group, embodying a rebellious attitude against social conventions. He shuns conventional symbols of achievement, like personal appearance, arguing that true wisdom comes from lived experiences rather than academic knowledge. Zawar's unorthodox decisions, such as trying out for the civil service exam and exploring different substances, signify a quest for alternative forms of enlightenment. The group visits Afzal's home in search of a place to rest, uncovering the effects of displacement and deterioration on individual dwellings. Despite its humble nature, Afzal's room carries significant symbolism for him. The depiction of the abandoned house and the decline of the neighborhood mirrors the larger social shifts taking place in the aftermath of partition. The story turns its focus to the Imperial, another previously bustling locale, now in decline. The dwindling presence of foreigners, the absence of youthful couples dancing, and the subdued ambience all signal shifting dynamics within the city. Miss Dolly's Cabaret, once a main attraction, is now absent, and the presence of the tawny cat serves as a symbol of the Imperial's waning vitality. The friends voice discontent over the quality of tea at the Shiraz and ponder its decline, echoing a general feeling of displacement from their customary social gathering place. What was once a cohesive group is now fragmented, with only Zakir and Irfan frequenting the Imperial. The discussion then turns to Irfan's choice to pursue work at a newspaper, marking a departure from their previous leisurely lifestyle. The story then introduces Tasneem, a student who seeks Zakir's assistance. Her abrupt disappearance after several encounters leaves Zakir curious and longing for her company. Upon her eventual return, Zakir's usual composure wavers, and he struggles to find his usual eloquence. This encounter represents a departure from Zakir's usual aloofness, suggesting a possible emotional bond. The narrative veers unexpectedly when Tasneem suddenly ceases attending lessons, leaving Zakir perplexed. Her unexplained departure deepens Zakir's fascination and underscores the unpredictability of human relationships amid larger social upheavals. Zakir struggles with Tasneem's absence, feeling his evenings empty without her company. Aimlessly wandering the city, he returns to the Shiraz out of habit, only to find his friends' familiar faces replaced by unfamiliar ones. Afzal, the sole returning friend, is taken aback by Zakir's solitary presence, underscoring the profound shift in their group dynamics. The story then transitions to Afzal's fruitless quest to locate the rest of the group. His endeavor to locate Zakir and Irfan in the Imperial reveals the deterioration of the once thriving establishment. The absence of the cabaret show and the subdued ambience highlight the broader social shifts post-partition. The Imperial, once a beacon of liveliness, now reflects the character's sense of emptiness and decay. Afzal's puzzlement over the group's vanishing underscores the dispersion and personal evolution each friend experiences. Zawar's quest for unconventional adventures, Salamat's refusal of an American scholarship, Ajmal's departure in protest against the Ayub dictatorship, and Irfan's transition to newspaper work all illustrate the varied paths chosen by the friends. The once tight-knit group splinters, symbolizing the wider social changes and individual pursuits in the post-partition era. Zakir's attention turns to his interactions with Tasneem, whose sudden absence from lessons leaves him curious and emotionally stirred. The introduction of Anisa adds a fresh aspect to Zakir's social circle. Her return from London sees a noticeable change in her appearance, and her exchanges with Zakir evoke both curiosity and romantic tension. However, their endeavor to grow closer is interrupted, underscoring the intricacies of relationships amidst individual and social transformations. Anisa's remarks on Zakir's emerging boldness in matters of romance, along with her playful teasing about potential connections, influence the developing dynamics. In response, Zakir reveals his attraction to Anisa, admiring her transformed appearance. However, when Anisa proposes an affair with Rajia and Zakir declines, it underscores the intricacies and uncertainties surrounding the characters' romantic ventures. The story progresses as Zakir endeavors to re-establish a connection with Tasneem, culminating in a late-night rendezvous. Despite his endeavors, the door to reconciliation remains only partially ajar, highlighting the obstacles in reigniting former relationships. Zakir's subsequent meeting with Anisa and their intimate moments underscore the complexities of love, longing, and the changing dynamics between individuals. The narrative shifts dramatically as Zakir, following Anisa's departure at her residence, returns to the Imperial. To his dismay, he finds the once thriving establishment now in complete ruin, serving as a poignant symbol of the irreversible social changes. The persistent presence of the tawny cat reflects the decay and desolation permeating the surroundings. As Zakir's friends gradually reconvene at the Shiraz, it symbolizes a partial reunion. Nonetheless, The bygone days never entirely resurface, underscoring the irreversible nature of the past. The alterations in each character's life path and the evolved landscapes of locales such as the Imperial collectively depict a vivid portrayal of the social and individual transformations following partition. In this chapter, themes of displacement, shifting social dynamics, and the intricacies of relationships are examined within the context of a post-partition setting. The characters navigate personal endeavors, romantic involvements, and confrontations with remnants of history, weaving together a compelling narrative that mirrors the broader social changes.